Start recording. Okay, the last class we have been talking about function pub/sub, publish, subscribe. We have seen how to create a pub/sub file, how to go ahead and create a subscriber, how to go ahead and create a publisher, right? Pub/sub is, we also seen pub/sub is equal to similar like a application event in the Lightning Aura. So where within the application, we are talking with the two components, but only the difference is pub/sub will be talking to parent component to parent component. There is no parent-child relationship. So both are the parent components. Between two parent components, if you wanted to build the communication between the two components within the application, then we will go with the pub/sub. So whenever you want to communicate between LWC to Lightning or LWC to Visualforce, then how do we implement it? This is what we have like within the LWC, we have seen the pub/sub. But if I have a LWC component and I wanted to build a communication with Lightning Aura or LWC to Visualforce. Okay, how do we build this? If the question is related to LWC and Lightning component, that is fine because these both can coexist in the single environment. In the single environment. Right? But the Visualforce is, but LWC to communicate with the Visualforce, which is not the same component, right? Visualforce is in the classic and Visualforce is classic development, whereas LWC is Lightning advanced version of Lightning development. So these cannot be in the single environment. So in that case, how will we go ahead and build this? So in order to do this, there is a concept called LMS. There is a concept called LMS. LMS is nothing but Lightning Messaging Service. Lightning Messaging Service. What is this LMS? What is LMS? Why do we use it? Where do we use it? LMS is a Salesforce inbuilt service. Inbuilt services, which will communicate across the framework. Which will communicate across the framework is called as a Lightning Messaging Service. When I say communicating across the framework, it could be a Visualforce framework. It could be a Visualforce framework, or it could be a Lightning Aura framework. Right? So LMS is basically, it is an inbuilt service. The code of the LMS given by the Salesforce. Like we have implemented yesterday pub/sub file, right? So same thing, LMS code is provided by Salesforce. That is the inbuilt service. Why do we use it? To communicate the Lightning web component across the any other framework. Could be a Visualforce framework, could be a Lightning Aura framework. In order to communicate between the two frameworks, we use the LMS. So there are 3 steps. There are 3 steps. So first we have to create a message channel. I have to build a message channel. I have to build a message channel. So how do we build it? The LWC component, whatever we are building the message channel, it must and should use the suffix message channel and hyphen or dash or like dash meta.xml. So this is the way we will build it. How to create a message channel? It has to be whenever we are creating the message channel LMS component, it always has to be suffixed with the message channel and hyphen meta.xml. So in this, we have to create a separate file. This is a separate LWC component. It's a separate file. Same like yesterday, whatever we have implemented the PubSub, we have created the separate file, right? So same way we have to create a separate file for messaging channel. You have to create common file. File name should be end with must and should use the suffix message channel hyphen meta.xml. Right? And the second point is we have to publish a message on the channel. We will see with the examples how to create a message channel, how to publish a message channel. We will see that. But right now, let's go ahead with the points. There are 3 points are there. And the next one, subscribe. Next one, subscribe and unsubscribe. Subscribe and unsubscribe from message channel. From message channel. We have to subscribe it. We have to unsubscribe it. Any component can go ahead and subscribe as well as they have to do the unsubscribe from the research message channel. So if I have to explain in Paint, let me open my Paint. So basically in the Salesforce, I have 3 frameworks, right? I have 3 frameworks. And this is Visualforce Framework, and this is Aura, and this is LWC. So it will be all the directions. The LMS can be built to communicate between these 2 frameworks, or we can implement it to implement to build any direction. So LWC to Aura, Aura to Visualforce, Visualforce to LWC, LWC to Visualforce. So whatever the direction we want, we can do it. So what we will do in order to communicate that, we use the LMS Lightning Messaging Service. So again, I am repeating, LMS is to communicate between the framework or Visualforce Framework. You can pass the data to Lightning. From there, you can pass the data to the LWC. So whichever the way you want to pass the data, we can use this. What is the LMS? Whenever you wanted to communicate across the platform or workshop is within the framework or within the LWC framework, within the application, we will go ahead with the LMS. So basically this LMS was introduced in summer 20. In summer 20, because that time the LWC and Visualforce or LWC or Aura, they wanted to pass the data during that time of period. So that's the reason they have introduced with LMS. It's actually based on the new metadata type, right? So this is kind of a API. Let's assume that this is kind of a API. You are passing the data between all the three frameworks. So in order to access this LMS, what is the things that we have to use? We have to import it from @Salesforce /messaging channel. Whatever the your messaging channel name is there, you have to use that. Okay. In Visualforce, we can, this is in the LWC. If I wanted to implement LMS in the LWC, we have to import it from the @Salesforce / whatever the message channel name is there, that is the name. But in Visualforce, either we can use the global variable like $message channel, right? In Aura, we can simply say that Lightning : message channel. This is in Visualforce. This is in Lightning Aura. Fine. So let's go ahead and let's implement the LMS so that we get the clarity. Let me open Visual Studio. Okay, let me close all of this. Just a second. Okay, I have a text. This is a standard LMS, which is provided by Salesforce. Wherever, like if you search in the Google, you will find it. Like search Lightning Message Channel, you will find a lot of examples with the standard code. This is the Salesforce is provided. We need not to write anything. I'll explain that. So if you search Lightning Messaging System, you will find developer guide, and there are a lot of many things which is provided by Salesforce. So you will find the, see here, you will find the code. You will find the code. This is the Lightning Messaging Channel code. So the same code that I copied on the supply. Okay. So how to create a LMS? Okay, inside this force-app main default, you will see application Aura classes components like see pages, layout, LWC objects, pages, permission set, static resource, tab, trigger. But there is no way we can see LMS. So LMS is a separate concept. So what we have to do, right click on this, create a new folder, right? And give the name message channels. Message, messagechannels. So message channels. So make sure your name is perfect. Hit enter. See, as soon as you create a folder, it will be coming below the LWC. Okay. Now we have to create a file. In order to create a file, right click on this message channels and let's create a file. So let's say that file name is demo message channel, right? Whenever we create a message channel, I just explained the 3 steps, right? The first step is it has always suffix with message channel. Suffix with message channel dot or hyphen meta.xml. Okay, demo message channel is my component name. It always have to, message channel always has to create with the suffix of message channel hyphen meta.xml, right? So this is the way to create a message channel. Let's click OK. Now the message channel is created. Let me copy. Okay. We'll see what is this error later. So here I'll explain this entire code. So basically Lightning message channel open and close and XML version. We have a master label. Master label is nothing but what is the name of your component, demo MSG channel. So that is the same name that I have given here. Demo MSG channel is my master label. Then is exposed true and a description and lightning message field. So these are the fields. These are the fields. Like when I'm passing the data between the 2 framework, what is the data that I need to pass it? So here I have mentioned this is the API name. Field name is nothing but an API name. Then I have a description. So here the field name is message to send source system. I can create as many as lightning fields. Like if I wanted to create a mobile number, if I wanted to pass the mobile number, I can simply use mobile number. And here description could be anything, right? So let's say that EMP mobile number. Right, let's save. There's something is wrong. Dot message message channel hyphen meta.xml. Then ESSAG capital C AHAML hyphen meta.xml. Let me see this. Just hold on a second. Let's do that further. Okay. Now, next thing is that we have to create another file in the message channel, which is a package.xml. Package.xml. Right. So this package.xml will be same as just whatever we have in the manifest. So only the difference in the package.xml is I have the package.xml. Let me go ahead and get that. Here version is 54. Our current version is 54. Package. Okay. Insert this package. I have it. XML image. Then I need type and version. So current version of API is 54. So this is name is my the class name, Lightning Message channel name, demo MSG channel, right? Control save. Let me deploy this. Okay, let me deploy this. Deploy this source to all. Okay, deployed fine. Not sure what is this error. Cannot find the declaration of element Lightning Message channel. Maybe this is related to Visual Studio. So that if it is fine for deploying, then we do not have any issues. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so now we have created a demo message channel and we have created a package.xml. Package.xml is separate for the message channel. Okay, it will not be combined with the main the build. Whatever the main build is there, it will not be combined with that. Now we have created a separate Lightning message file, right? That is the point that I have created here. Create a message channel must and should use the suffix message channel hyphen meta.xml. This is a separate file. So first step is done. Now let's go to create a second component, Ctrl+Shift+P. We are going to create a Visualforce because the plan is to have a communication between pass the data between the Visualforce and LWC. Okay. So the first thing we have to create a SFDX hyphen create Visualforce. Create a Visualforce page. Let me give some name, LMS underscore message channel. Message channel. Okay, so this is my Visualforce page. I will say VF. Okay, where do I want? Yes, pages. Okay, so this is my Lightning Visualforce page. Right? So inside this Lightning Visualforce page, let me remove all this dummy data. Okay, so what I want, so let's say that, let me go ahead to the paint, new, do not save. So I'll be having a two components, right? This is the Visualforce page, this is the LWC. This is my Visualforce page. And this is my LWC component, right? Okay. Now inside this Visualforce page, let's say that I have a input field, says that enter message. Okay, let's say that this is the input field. And in the Visualforce page, I have a 3 buttons. Okay. So the first one is publish message. And this is subscribe. And this is unsubscribe. Okay, 3 buttons are there. Same will be there in LWC also. LWC also I have enter LWC message, right? And then there is a 3 buttons. Publish, subscribe, unsubscribe. Okay. So what will happen? Like for example, these 2 components I'm going to build in the program development. So as soon as I enter the message here, hi, this is Visualforce. Okay. And when I click on submit, when I click on submit, or when I click on publish, okay, it goes to whoever is subscribing it, it goes to LWC component. But here the text will not be displayed. Here the text will not be displayed because you have to click on subscribe. When you say subscribe, that means I'm ready to listen. Then only the text will be displayed at the bottom. Okay. If I enter something here, the data, hi, this is LWC component. And if you click on a publish, it goes to the Visualforce page. It goes to the Visualforce page, but it will not display the text here. it will not display the text here because we have to click on subscribe. Once we click on subscribe, then only the text message will be displayed on bottom, right? So in between this, we are going to implement LMS right now. Okay, so this is what I'm going to implement. So the first thing I need an input field. Let's say that inside this div. So let me use paragraph. Enter Visualforce message, right? And let me close this paragraph. And after that, I need an input field. Input. Or I can simply close it here. Okay, input. Let's say type equal to, I need a text, right? And then ID, let's add the ID here. ID equal to, let me give some, because this ID is going to play a role, the message. Okay, so whatever I type in the Visualforce, that is where this ID is going to capture the data, right? Let me give the break, or let me give the paragraph. Okay, now next thing is that I need a 3 buttons. So the button, inside this button, let's say that my button name is publish message. Publish message. And on click of this button, on click of this button, on click of this button, let me call a function publish message channel. Okay, now one button is done. Okay, let me add 2 more buttons. And then the second one is subscribe. And what is the function that I'm going to call? Subscribe message. And the next one is unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. What is the button that I'm going to call? Unsubscribe message channel, right? So these are the 3 buttons. Now next, I need a message to display. Whatever the message is received from LWC, I wanted to display the message. Let me add more space here. Okay. Now, in order to display the message, let's put some text here. Received from LWC. Received message from LWC. So whatever is received from LWC, I'm going to display in ID. Okay, so let's give the different name here, NC message text. Right, let me end it here. Right, this is my Visualforce page. Simply have a one text message, input text, and 3 buttons, publish, subscribe, unsubscribe. Then whatever I'm receiving from LWC, I'm displaying the data. Now this is what the Visualforce page. The UI part is done. Now let's go ahead and build the script. Now let's go ahead and build the script. Okay, inside the script, what is the main thing that I wanted to implement? First of all, I have to import LMS. Whatever the LMS messaging channel is there, that I have to import it here. In order to import, what I'll use it, I have already explained. So dollar, it should be in the curly braces exclamation dollar message channel dot whatever the my this name is there, which is demo message channel underscore C. So this is my component name. How do we import it? I have to import dollar message channel, right? So let me put all this, whatever I have imported, let me put into one variable. Let's say that sample message equal to this. Perfect. Now, whenever I publish it, I need a function here. Publish, right? I need 3 functions. One is subscribe, and next one is unsubscribe. Okay. So on clicking of publish, I have to build a message. On clicking of publish, I have to build a message, because this message I have to send it, right? The data I have to build it. How do I build it? Let's use the const message equal to, the data will be built in JSON format. The data will be built in JSON format. Now, what are the information that I need to send? One is message to send. And next one is source system. And the next one is mobile number. Right. So these are the information that we wanted to send. In the message to send, let's say that whatever the data is entered in this, I wanted to send it, right? That's what we wanted to send into LWC. So how do I capture in the Visualforce? Whatever the user is entered, document dot get element by ID. And what is my ID? The message dot value. So this is the way that I'll pass it, comma. What is the source system that I wanted to send? Any sample text. Let's say that from Visualforce page, comma. What is the number? Let's say that 99999. Okay. Now I have built the message. Whatever is user entered, I'm done with building a message. I'm done with building a message. I'm sending 3 fields, whatever is expected from Lightning message. One field is message to send. One field is source system, one field is mobile number. That's the same data I'm sending in the, I'm building the message. Now, how to send this message? How to send this message? Whatever is built, we have to publish it. In order to publish in Visualforce, we have to use sforce.1.publish. Right? Publish. Inside this publish, what are the things that I need to do? Which one I'm going to publish it, which LMS? Sample LEMS. And what is the data I wanted to pass? Message. That's it. Build a message, publish it, that particular message channel with the message. Right? Now publish is done. Now we'll go to the subscribe. Whenever somebody click on subscribe, the first thing I need to check whether data is there or not. Right? Whether the data is there or not. So in order to check that, let me introduce one more variable here. Subscribe subscription to message channel, subscription to message channel. So we'll use this one if it is not equal to null. If it is not equal to null, what we will do? We'll go ahead and build this. sforce.1. These are the standard commands. What I have to do, I have to subscribe it. Subscribe. What is the data that I wanted to subscribe, from where it is coming? It is coming from this message channel, comma. What is the data that is coming? What I wanted to do, we have a separate, because this is coming from the LWC, right? So let me implement one function which is called as a display message. We'll implement a function called display message. So let me copy this. Let's build this function, display message. What is the data that is coming from LWC is message. Now here the logic, whatever is coming from LWC, we have to write the logic here. Let's take one variable. Let's say text label equal to, I have to query that message, document dot query selector in double quotes hash. What is the data that is coming from there? Which is a MC message text. Okay. Whatever is coming from LWC, we have to use the document.query selector and that particular ID. So this is the same ID we are going to use it in LWC in order to pass the data to Visualforce. Okay. Now I have the text label is ready. Now text label dot inner HTML. Now here I have to build the text label. If message contains some information, then first of all stringify that particular message. Stringify message, comma, if there is any null, then we have to /t. This is a standard command. In case if the message is not there, then we have to simply mention that no message. Perfect, no message. And this is the same command which we are going to run it in LWC also. Now the message is, the subscribe is done. Right, in subscribe, we are subscribing what are the data that is coming for this message channel. We are taking that message and getting that message information by querying it. Initially, the data will not be stringified. So in order to stringify, we have to use the JSON.stringify and put it into the text label dot inner HTML. Right, now next thing is that unsubscribe. If unsubscriber also same variable which I am going to cross verify. If my unsubscription is null, then simply what I'll do is sforce dot one dot unsubscribe that particular variable. And simply what I'll do, unsubscribe to MC message channel equal to null. Simply I'll set it null because I do not want to listen anymore. So unsubscribe means I do not want to listen anymore. So as soon as I click on that, I'll just cross verify if there is a data in unscription this variable, then I simply unsubscribe it and set that particular piece to null. So this is my Visualforce page. Let's deploy this source to org. Now, so what is the point that we have implemented right now? Publish a message channel and subscribe also we have done it. But these two will be, it's done in Visualforce page. Now these two has to implement in LWC also. Now let's go ahead and create a LWC. Create Lightning web component. Let's say that message channel web component div. Right? Yes, LWC. Now the first thing, what are the things that I need to implement? First, let's go ahead and import my Lightning message. There are two ways which we can import it. Yesterday I told one way which we have done yesterday. You can directly import it from that particular whatever the message channel is there. Whatever the message channel is there, we can directly import it. Or else the other way is to import your file is mention whatever is there, like I wanted to publish, right? And I wanted to subscribe. I wanted to subscribe. Then I wanted to unsubscribe. Then we have a create message channel. Create message context. And then we have a release. Context, from where we are going to do all of this, from Lightning hyphen Lightning hyphen message service. This is the standard import command for LWC to import the message service. Okay, so now let's import the hours, this particular one. Import sample MC from where I wanted to import it at the rate Salesforce / what is the message channel And what is the name of my component? Demo. From here, demo message channel. Okay, I have imported my own file as well. Whatever the file that I created it, I have imported my own as well. Now let's go ahead. First, we'll implement the HTML page. We'll build the UI. In order to build the UI, let's implement the lightning card. Let's close it. And title equal to LWC web component. LWC web component, right? And let's also give the icon name. Let's say that's something. I'll use some custom icon. Let me go to Lightning Design System. Icons. Where are the custom icons? So these are the custom icons. Let me use custom 40. Okay. Right. And inside this, I need a lightning input. Lightning -input. Okay. Inside this input, I need a type equal to. This is just a text. And my label equal to enter LWC message. And where do I want to capture the value equal to? Let's capture it in my message. And on change, whenever we are writing any message, I just wanted to capture it in one function handle change. Handle change. Perfect. Input is done. Let's go ahead and create a lightning button. 3 buttons I need. Lightning button. Okay. Inside this button, the first one is label equal to publish. Okay, on click of this. On click of this, I wanted to call a function publish MC. Now same thing I wanted to create it. Same thing I wanted to create. 3 buttons, two other buttons. Publish, subscriber, unsubscribe. Subscribe, unsubscribe. Right? On clicking of this subscribe, I wanted to call subscribe MC. And for this, I wanted to call unsubscribe MC. And last, I wanted to show a message, whatever is received from Visualforce page. Latest message received from Visualforce. Okay. Now, so I wanted to display the message that is received from Visualforce. So what we can do is Lightning display in formatted text. Okay, so value equal to, let's say that it's received from message, received. Okay. So my HTML UI part is done. Let's go ahead and implement a JavaScript. So what are the things that I need? Publish, subscribe, unsubscribe. Okay. In order to implement LMS, we always use the constructor. We discussed about the constructor. For PubSub LMS, we use the constructor. That is must and mandatory. Constructor, inside the constructor, we just add the super. Super is the keyword or function. There is no data, we cannot pass anything here. Okay, it's just a value. It's just a method, no need to pass anything. Now, what are the details that I need? Publish MC, event, and then I have subscribe MC, event, and then I have unsubscribe MC, event. Clear? And next, one more thing I have, handle on change. Whenever user is entering the data in the LWC, I wanted to capture that information. So in order to capture that information, let's say that, let's use one variable called my message. Okay. So whatever is user entered, let's capture that first. This dot my message equal to, how do I capture? Event dot target dot the value. Okay. I captured the information whatever the user has entered. Now next thing is publish. Now next I wanted to publish it. So let's build some message here. What is the data that I need? Whatever we have implemented in Visualforce. So I'm using the same thing, only except this, because here the publish will be different. Okay. Message to send. I can directly capture the this dot message. No need to write the document. This dot my message. Whatever the message is there, I can directly capture from LWC page. And what is the mobile number? 1111. Okay. I'm done with building a message. Now how to publish this? Publish this dot. We have a context. This dot context, comma. What is my LMS file name? Sample LMS, sample message channel, comma, my message. This is how we do the publish. Now in the subscription, I need a variable for the subscription. So what I'll do is I simply declare a variable subscription equal to null, because I need to check whether that value is there or not in the subscribe and unsubscribe. Right. So first we'll go ahead and see in the subscribe. In subscribe, if this dot, if there is a value, simply go ahead and come out of this. I do not want to do anything. In case if there is no value, okay, in case if there is no value, then what I can do, this dot, the subscription equal to, go ahead and subscribe whatever the data that is coming from Visualforce. This dot context, comma, from where I am receiving it, this is the file that I have, comma, then we'll be receiving the message. Message I need to stringify it. So in order to stringify in the JavaScript, I can directly do it here. So this dot display message, comma, message. So display message is a function. We are going to implement that function. If this is too confusing, then I'll put it here. Right. Now display message. So this display is another function. Come on, what is the value that I'm receiving it here? Message. So this I need to store it in received message. So whatever I'm receiving from the Visualforce page, initially it will be blank. Whatever I'm receiving from the Visualforce page, let's put it into the received message equal to message. In case if message is not equal to null, then JSON dot stringify, and let's add message and replace the value okay. If it is a null, then say no message payload. No message payload. That's it. Now next one is unsubscribe. Only pending part is unsubscribe. So what I can do is simply unsubscribe. What is the value that I wanted to unsubscribe? This dot, whatever this variable is there, right? This dot subscription. And then I'll display this dot subscription equal to, simply say null. Perfect. Everything is done, right? So we are done with the publish. We are sending a message, publishing it. And then we have subscription and a display message, unsubscribe. We can do another thing, but here it is not important, but just to know us, disconnected callback. What will happen on the disconnected callback? This is one of the method in the LWC hooks. Disconnected callback is whenever you click on a cancel button or cross mark, then the component will be killed. The component will be killed. So how we are going to kill it? Release message context. What is this dot context? Release message context is from the message service, right? So for any questions? This contact is not defined. So let's say context equal to, we have to create message. I think almost everything is done. Let me go to the metadata. Let's put it in true. And inside this targets, and target, we'll just use the app page because we are going to put it into the app page. That's it. We are done with the implementing development. Let's go ahead and deploy this source to work. Okay, now everything, all the components are in here. Let me open the Visualforce pages. What is the visual? This is the one which we have created today, right? So open this, edit this page. One checkbox we have to do in order to enable this. Available for Lightning experience build sites and the mobile app. Just check this so that it will be available for the Lightning. Now we are done with this. So next step is we have to go ahead and implement the Lightning app. Let me switch to the Lightning experience. Okay, go to setup. And then go to the Lightning app. Lightning app builder. Let's go ahead and implement a new app. So here we'll see Lightning pages. We'll create a new Lightning page. Click on this new. And we have an app page, home page, record page, embedded service page. So we'll just check the app page. Next, let's give the label name LMS. Next, and we have a different layouts here. We just need two reasons, Visualforce and LWC. That's it. Just a second. Okay, so I needed two regions. One is left Visualforce and another one is LWC. Click on finish. Okay, I have two components here. So the first one, what I want the Visualforce. Right, in the Visualforce page, LMS message channel I needed. Right, this is what I want. And the next one I need LWC. What is our component name? MC Web Component. Okay, MC Web Component demo. Okay, perfect. Let's click on save. Activate it. Yes, activate for all users. Finish. Okay, I have to put it in Lightning experience. Let's say that add a page to app, LMS, save. Okay, so now let me go back here. Let's refresh. It's in Lightning Bolt. View all. Okay, here is LMS. Right. So paragraph. Let me add some spaces here. It looks why this resource out. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, so first we'll see whether it is working or not. Hi, this is via publish a message. Nothing will happen. Subscribe it. Hi, this is Visualforce page. Publish. Yeah. See here, it's coming. So what are the data that I'm sending it? Hi, this is a Visualforce page. I subscribed it. It's coming the message to the LWC component. Hi, this is Visualforce page. From the Visualforce page 99. These two data will not be changed. Only the first message will be changed because these two are, we are hard coding it. Source system, mobile number, we are hard coding it. Like, how are you? Publish a message. See, how are you? If I say, I'm fine, how about you? Now I'm typing in LWC web component. I'm fine, how about you? Publish. I have published it, right? But here it is not displaying. As it is here, subscribe is there. So that's the reason it is displaying the data from LWC. But if I do subscribe here, okay, I have started listening to it. Then I'll write, hey, Via, I am fine. How about you? Okay, publish. See here. Hey VF, I'm fine. How about you? The source system is LWC page. It says, I am good. What's the plan? Publish. Here I'm receiving it. This is also updated because I did a subscribe, because I have written the subscribe, unsubscribe in both the components. So whenever there is a on particular LMS, we have only one file, LMS file. If there is any change on that LMS file, both will be reflected because I have written the code to reflect on both the sides. Watching movie, Matrix, right? and then publish. Then it says that, oh, nice, enjoy. Publish a message, right? I'm receiving it. LWC says that watching a movie matrix. Visualforce says that, oh, nice, enjoy. But if I click on unsubscribe, I'm unsubscribing it because I do not want to listen any message from the LMS. So I clicked on unsubscribe. Now here Visualforce says that, where do you stay, LWC? Publish. It's not going to reflect because it stopped listening to that. That means it switched off the connection. It switched off the connection. I do not want to listen. And if LWC type anything, if LWC type high tech, publish, only this VF is going to listen, right? But if he says that unsubscribe, I wanted to stop right now. If I say something like Hyderabad, publish, nobody is going to listen it. Clear? So this is how the communication happens between the multiple frameworks.
Yeah, got it.
So this is the last class, final. We are done with all the things. So far we have learned what is LWC, how to use the LWC, and what are the different hooks are there in LWC, events, pubs up, and how to import a Apex method, everything we have seen. And LMS, we are done with all the whatever is major, we use LWC in the real time. I covered everything. So today is last class. We'll not be having classes from tomorrow for LWC.
Okay.
Let me stop recording. Yeah, go ahead. You're asking something.